Hi, it's Lisa from the Role Playing Learning Centre. I'm here with another vlog. Today we're going to talk about dog diet. So this is an industry that's not particularly heavily regulated, certainly not to the standard that it should be. So what we often find is that there are a lot of products in our dogs' foods that we would never dream of feeding them if we knew. So is dog diet really important? Yeah, it is. And I appreciate that my diet certainly for me is not perfect, and I appreciate a lot of people eat what they want. They don't necessarily take care of themselves, but if you think about it, there's a lot of people who do eat a really nutritious and balanced diet, and I'm willing to place money on it that they certainly feel a lot better than me guzzling down a can of full fat Coke, which is my go-to if I feel a little bit tired. Now, dogs obviously are not in control of what they eat or what we offer to them, but a question that people ask a lot is, does it matter? Absolutely it does. If we feed the kids McDonald's and Smarties all the time, there's no question why they're on the roof, why the behaviour is not acceptable, or it's ramped up to what it normally would be. And dogs are the exact same. So whilst we talk to people about diet, I still feel there's a lot of people out there that don't know much about dog diet. So they're often feeding their dog something that is not great, something, a product of food that's not doing their dog any good, but ultimately they might not think it's doing their dog any bad. So all I can say is, if we eat bad, we feel bad, and it's the absolute same for dogs. If all we're consuming is processed rubbish, it does affect us. It affects the way we feel. We might not feel at our optimum. We can feel sluggish. It's the exact same for dogs, and it massively impacts on the behaviour that the dogs display to us. So you really do have to think about it now. There is a website, and it is www.allaboutdogfood.co.uk. So it doesn't have every brand of food out there on the website, but it's certainly worth looking at. I always suggest to people they go in and have a look and put in the supermarket's own brands of food. So what it does is it gives you a price comparison and nutritional content out of 100, and for most people they're hugely, massively surprised by the local supermarkets and their nutritional content rating. So with that in mind, it just lets you know how much the dogs are not getting. Sometimes it's a little bit like feeding them something that's filled with colours or preservatives, or like feeding them cardboard where they're not getting any goodness at all. And often I've had people come in with dogs with behaviour issues, and the minute they've done a diet change, it's made a big difference because they haven't been aware that their dog's not getting all the nutrition and vitamins and minerals that the dog needs. Or perhaps we're removing some of the processed rubbish, and therefore the dog feels better, so therefore is behaving better. Now, I'm not a vet. I am not insured or qualified to give nutrition advice. If you are interested in obtaining nutritional advice, then the people that we refer to is the Herbal Vet Scotland, based in Glasgow, and the Natural Vet through in Glasgow. These are people that I've come across in my personal and professional experience over the last 5-6 years, and I can't recommend them enough. I trust them. They're not there to do an upsell. They're not trying to sell you stock that they have because they're getting a commission on it. They only have contact with companies who are supplying the absolute best. So you can go onto this website that's previously been mentioned and check out your dog food. Hopefully it'll be on there. We've got some fact sheets on dog diet that we can provide, but ultimately it's something that's really, really important and massively impacts the behaviour. So you don't want to be feeding your dog a really good diet but then perhaps giving them a really bad treat, because it kind of counterbalances everything. And that's not what you want. You want the dog to be getting as much nutrition and vitamins, minerals from their food as possible, so that they're at their best and it reduces any behavioural side effects. So if you have any questions in relation to diet, please get in touch with us. Alternatively, contact again the Herbal Vet Scotland or the Natural Vet. They'll be able to provide up-to-date information. They're not going to rip you off. They're genuine animal lovers, and they specialise in diet and nutrition, which is hugely important for dogs. So definitely give it a wee check out, even if you're only looking to find out what the nutritional content of your own dog food that you're feeding is. It's a really interesting thing. And it's definitely not the case that you have to pay a fortune for a really good food, because there are some good foods out there that are much cheaper than foods that aren't very good. So it is a real eye-opener, and that website is definitely something worth checking out.